This is just yards away from our camp. You can see our tents in the distance. And this is kind of the setting that we're in. You see these beautiful rock outcroppings everywhere. Huge, huge rock formations, just gorgeous. As far as the eye can see. Actually still up pretty high. I'm actually standing on one of these, too close to the edge. See halfway down there. Area around. We're exploring the area around our campsite. This is kind of the way we came up. It was through that direction there, and we saw this little pathway down through here through the rocks, so we decided to come down through. And there's crevices and everything everywhere. We're taking extra careful attention for rattlesnakes, being that this is like rock piles and stuff everywhere. And just looking, you know, it's kind of late afternoon. Maybe they're out catching the last little bits of sun, trying to sun themselves. So we're taking that into consideration. This is kind of a fascinating little spot, though. A nice, deep cavernous thing. So we're going to walk down through here. And once we get down through it, I'll show you guys the way to get up to our camp, which is essentially going through stuff like this. Just take a quick look around. You can actually see the sun rays, the dust and the sunlight. Beautiful. It's gorgeous. By this time of exploration, it is incredible. Right here, started our place to make our camp. We picked this tree here. It looked like something we could remember, and there was a few of them, but tried to pick as many things as we could to be familiar with. And we set our sacks there and decided to scout. And you just have to go up through this. Again, we're a good distance away from the hill, probably half a mile. So nothing out here is marked. Easy to find, so we walk this way. Do a quick snake check here. Beautiful. This is the side of that cavern. Make our way through these rocks. Slightly different. Just jump up here and head down. So this is the first deer we've seen. We've seen ruffed grouse. This is the first deer. It looks like first from a distance it looked fake. Of course, definitely checking this out though. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. She doesn't know what to think. We don't hunt out here. We don't hunt in game lands. There she is. She's real curious now. There she goes. Gonna walk over here and kind of get some scenic as to where we're at. The area, the Allegheny National Forest, is just absolutely gorgeous. We have not heard noise made from a person in several hours. There were some cars in the parking lot at the campground. There's some people in the campground. There's kind of a primitive campsite, but it does have water, a water pump. and trash receptacles, that kind of thing. But out here, we are 4.5 miles from any of that. And we're pretty much at tree level, the canopy level here, looking out. This is the elevation we're on, just kind of standing on an outcropping here. You can see very far down. Makes you kind of nervous as far if you're even slightly afraid of heights, like I am. Just kind of a gorgeous scene though, and just the idea of kind of being tree level, canopy level, treetop level, is very interesting, very cool. Of course, behind us, the trees kind of do their own thing here, and we're at the base of them, but definitely some interesting goodness world. I'd rather be right here. Biggest concerns with our campsite here, bears are concerned anywhere in the Allegheny National Forest, but in this particular place, there are lots and lots and lots of rocks, great big boulders that are very, very high, and not that I'm an expert on snakes or rattlesnakes at any measure, but this is the kind of environment that I would expect to find them in. And I do know that this area, diamondback rattlesnake, all the information that was, but we're taking the necessary precautions to kind of make sure that we're not stepping into a rattlesnake unknown. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Lots and lots and lots. I don't know if the lighting's so good. Camera's wanting to see the lighting that's coming through the treetops, but you can see down there, that's kind of like the standard of where we're at. Lots and lots of crevices. Spot here on this rocky area, kind of looking around and seeing what's out. Lots of moss, very soft, of course soaking. It's a bit up now, but not so much. But very, very soft, very comfortable. This is over here's the route that we took to get up here. You can kind of see all the lots of elevation changes. Watch for snakes here as I step out. So I left my boots back at the camp. That rock's going to stay where I want it. Kind of walked up trails like this in between the rocks. It doesn't look as wide from here, but it is wide enough. It's kind of the best way through here. You can see this walkways through there. Obviously, people have done this, which is kind of disappointing in a way. You see the fire there. Now that somebody was here, but it's alright. I'd rather make full use of that than drag rocks from somewhere else to create our own. That's a tour of our campsite for night one, Thursday night. I want to save enough battery as we can because there's no real way to charge this once we're out here, other than the car, but we're a good distance from the car, at least 4 miles from that, so I don't want to waste all the battery. But we will be filming more tonight when we go ahead and try to start a fire with what we have around us. I will use the magnesium fire starter as a help for that. But it's a gorgeous area. I couldn't think of anywhere I'd rather be in the world. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Very peaceful, very quiet. Talking here, holding this camera, it feels wrong.